welcoming the Honorable Chancellor, Shri N. Vinay Hegde, Dr. G. Kalpana, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Youth Empowerment and Sports, Government of Karnataka, Professor Dr. B. Satish Kumar Bhandari, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gananath Shetty Yekkar, State NSS Officer and Ex-Officer Joint Secretary, Government of Karnataka, Professor Dr. Alka Kulkarni, the Registrar, Professor Dr. Sumalata R. Shetty, the NS Coordinator. On behalf of NITTE deemed to be university, I would like to extend a hearty and a warm welcome to all of you to NSS National Integration Camp 2020. This is a proud moment for us to host this mega event, NSS National Integration Camp.
Asatoma Sadgamaya. All of you say Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Good morning, everybody. Shri Vinay Hegde, Chancellor, NITTE deemed to be university. Professor Dr. Satish Kumar Bhandari, Vice Chancellor, NITTE. Professor Dr. Alka Kulkarni, Registrar. Professor Dr. Sumalata Shetty, who still tense till the whole program is over. Her tension will not leave her. Dr. Gananath Shetty Yekkar, my colleague in the NSS, distinguished dignitaries on and off the dais, organizers of the National Integration Camp, and most of all, NSS coordinators and volunteers. It gives me immense pleasure to be with you all here this morning, and I consider it my privilege to inaugurate today's National Integration Camp. I take this opportunity to congratulate the Chancellor and Vice Chancellor of NITTE University and the NSS officials for hosting this camp. Ever since I took over as Chief Patron of the NSS, I have made it a point to attend and personally involve in as many NICs and Yuvajanotsavas and NSS programs as I can. When I stand at the podium and look at young faces like yours before me, I often wonder, why are you here? What motivates you? Yeah, I can hear that, Mama. What motivates you to leave your studies or mall hopping or Netflix and spend a week or 10 days with your peers in an NSS camp? I suspect that if I am not chief guest and you don't need to be polite, you will answer probably because it is mandatory, or because we get marks or credits, or because all our friends have joined. All good pragmatic reasons too. But there is more to NSS than this. More than marks and the nagging of your coordinators. For me, the single most important rationale for NSS is that it prepares you for a life of public service. Now, I'm talking of public service in a broad sense. For a political leader or an IAS officer like me, our entire career is dedicated to public service. But service is not the prerogative of a few. In a country like India, it is the responsibility of many, of everyone, really. And that is why NSS is important for you. I will give you just 3 reasons why you should choose a life of NSS, not just in your student days, but throughout your life. I am sure that at the end of this camp, you would have not only experienced what I claimed now, but you would be able to add to it. First, NSS instills an understanding of the society that we live in. Remember, whether you become a doctor or lawyer or accountant or IAS officer, whether you join a for-profit or a non-profit or a government, an intimate knowledge of the people with and for whom you will work will give you a head start in your career. When you implement an NSS project, you stay in a community, identify its needs, understand its dynamics and relationships, involve the local people, all directed into using your knowledge towards solving the problems in that area. In the recent floods in North Karnataka, NSS volunteers performed exemplary work in disaster management. They could do so because they empathized with the affected community. There are NSS volunteers of the Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences who provide medical service in NSS camps, giving them a good foothold for treating their future patients. Second, NSS enhances your organizational competence. You learn organizational skills, and more importantly, you learn to utilize resources in the most efficient way to maximize impact. Unlike the immersion programs which have become fashionable today, NSS provides a time-tested immersion experience on a shoestring budget. Whether you are organizing blanket donation or cleaning your campus, you learn respect for work and the ability to do a task quickly, effectively, and inexpensively. Third, in NSS, you gain as an individual. If you are from a privileged, affluent background, you learn to empathize with those who are less privileged than you. If you are from a rural background or have less exposure, you gain in confidence as you meet and mingle with your peers from different parts of the country. I remember Mallikarjun in Bidar. He overcame his nervousness as he sang the NSS song to all of us. NSS brings a perceptible change in attitude, and you carry that with you throughout your life. I was at an international conference recently, and I was explaining to a foreign visitor about NSS. Another participant sitting next to me, a professor in a university, overheard me and enthusiastically butted into the conversation. Yes, I too was in NSS in my college days, he said. His eyes were shining. In that moment, he forgot his professoriness, and he was once again the young NSS volunteer of his student days. So, NSS is not just about sweeping campuses or planting trees. It is quite definitely not an easy way to score marks in your exams. NSS is the platform to score marks in your life, to find your inner merits, to become the best that you can possibly be. I strongly encourage NITTE to expand your NSS program beyond the limitations of our funding. Use your own resources to ensure 100% coverage of the entire population of the university, as resolved in the advisory committee meeting headed by the Honorable Minister in March 2019. Believe me, it is an investment that will reap rich rewards in the future. Thank you all and good luck. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you so much, ma'am. May I kindly request Dr. Sumalata R. Shetty, the NSS coordinator of NITTE deemed to be university, to deliver the citation.
The citation reads, citation presented to Dr. Kalpana Gopalan, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Youth Empowerment and Sports Department, Government of Karnataka. As a young NSS volunteer in college, she delighted in teaching underprivileged children and frequenting homes for the aged. This interest found expression in a career choice of Indian Administrative Service. Dr. Kalpana has spent nearly 2 decades in the social and development sector in education, rural development, Panchayati Raj, public distribution system, and youth empowerment. She spearheaded the Swalambana program in 1996, which was the precursor for the skill development programs of today. Institutions of repute such as Gandhi Krishi Vigyana Kendra, GKVK, Agriculture University were roped in to provide high-quality training to rural youth. Under Dr. Kalpana's stewardship, Karnataka won the National Literacy Mission UNESCO 2000 Award for the first time for work done in adult education and literacy. As Principal Secretary, Food and Civil Supplies, Dr. Kalpana oversaw the public distribution system and the minimum support price program. She evolved a ladder graduation system for milling rice, which minimized delays in the hulling of procured rice. Visiting MSB centers herself, she ensured that basic minimum facilities were ensured for farmers who sold their produce at the centers. As Additional Chief Secretary, Youth Empowerment and Sports, Dr. Kalpana has focused on the fitness and health needs of young sports persons while also ensuring their all-round development. Under her nurturing, Karnataka has produced star athletes like Dhanusha, Mysore and Dhaneshwari, Bangalore, sports climbers like Praveen and the vice captain of Indian hockey team, Sunil. She conducted the Dasara Sports 2019 as a people's event to universal appreciation. The nutrition budget was enhanced with a diet benchmarked against Sports Authority of India standards. In her role as Chief Patron of NSS Karnataka, Dr. Kalpana rejuvenated the program, encouraging each university to harness the competitive advantage in service to those who needed it most. Thus, the Doctor of Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences contributed towards free health checkups, while others worked tirelessly in disaster management. Dr. Kalpana Gopalan has dedicated a lifetime in public service. In recognition of her outstanding leadership in public service and contribution to the field of youth empowerment and sports, NITTE, deemed to be university, is proud to present the citation and honor to Dr. Kalpana Gopalan, IAS, on this 7th day of January 2020, signed by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. B. Satish Kumar Bandari, and the Honorable Chancellor, Sri N. Vinay Hegde.